Welcome, 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 welcome,
Welcome, welcome, welcome, welcome, welcome,
welcome to the Rum Oh, Constantine!
Bryan, the Rum Champion.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the right corner, we have the Rum Champion. And opposite of him, here, the Rum runner-up. And the crowd goes wild.
Boo, boo.
Who's booing us? Oh, I can think of a few people that boo. People that I've run into recently. But we'll leave that there, Constantine.
Whoa, wait. Why? Who is booing you? Do you get booed? Someone shows up to a Rum Curious Club event just to boo from the back?
The Boo Bears. No, never in person. People don't have the cojones to say bad things in person.
They don't. And I was explaining this to my kid the other day, because somebody had said something mean to her at school. And I was like, well, at least I said it to you at school, right? Because she's not old enough to be online. I was like, did you give him a fat lip? No. It's like, well, you should have, because back in my day, if you said something, you were within fat lip range. These days, people just say shit. And can I say shit?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll put the explicit doohickey on the thing.
Good. This is an adult show.
Good. This is an adult show. Or you know what, too, is I find myself every once in a while dropping a few F-bombs when I do events, or fuck bombs.
Yeah.
And one time I did an event and the guy was, I didn't know you swore so much.
It's a rum club.
So drinking alcohol is fine. Drinking alcohol in excess to get a nice buzz is going on. But where you draw the line is where I say shit. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Oh my goodness.
Hate to hurt your delicate sensibilities there.
The morality. When I was a kid, looking at adults, it was sort of one came with the other. Of course, back in the 80s, it was like smoking, cursing, drinking. They were all as a package. It was a package deal. Now we get 2 out of 3, but so.
And, hopefully we don't lose. And then hopefully it doesn't go to just 1 out of 3. Could you imagine? I think I would die if I couldn't be profane. I don't know.
Oh, I was thinking it'd be the other way, where you could only be profane, but you couldn't drink alcohol. That's more likely, right?
Oh my God, that would be awful. Well, we tried that one time before in this country, and it gave organized crime criminals, basically unlimited power, like in Star Wars. Unlimited! Because they couldn't get Capone on anything other than tax evasion.
Tax evasion, right?
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this, just pay your taxes. That's all I gotta say.
Pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes.
Access to society.
Oh man. Well, everybody, we have a really exciting announcement. So, as you all know, we've been doing this for over a year now. So I can't believe that, Constantine.
I know, craziness.
It's wild. And where we're at now is we've been chatting and want to do a new segment where it's kind of similar to our pilot episode, where it was, 20, 30 minutes, somewhere in that range, where you and I just get to have a few laughs, talk about kind of things that are top of mind, and get in, get out. And then we'll still have our longer episode segments for our lovely guests of distilleries, rum royalty, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm really excited for this new segment, Constantine.
I think it's going to be good. And we were just talking about, what are we going to call it? Because you got to have a name for something. You got to brand it, right? And you had a good little play on words there. Ruminations.
Ruminations. Yeah. No,
some ruminations.
The ruminations. Don't bother me, darling. I'm going to the study for some ruminations. You got to really get it. You always have that one friend that gets really upset that they can't roll their R's. And I'm like, well, sucks to be you.
Yeah. I have to force it though. Like, so in Fiji, the people roll the R's, and it's such a natural thing. I can't do it without like stopping and pausing and reframing myself and then saying it, which makes me look ridiculous when I'm trying to say something.
No, it's good. I like it.
Yeah.
More ridiculous.
It's very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Yeah. Oh man, I love it. And so for our ruminations, to kick things off, we'll focus here on doing more updates, We'll cover one topic, maybe two. And actually, every other month, we're going to be joined by Jay Cocorulo. You know him, you love him, and he's the founder of the largest rum club in the United States, the Florida Rum Society. So it'll be fun to have Jay.
Florida Rum Society. That's going to be awesome having Jay on. He was one of our first guests way back over a year ago.
Yeah.
When we had him on. We had Frederick from Singapore on. It was a great show. And we'll have him back every other month to tell us what's going on in the nation, the independent Republic of Florida.
Yeah, I mean, before too long, might as well be an independent republic. People don't believe me when I say you could Google what happened today in Florida and see some really wild things. So if you're ever looking for a rip roaring good time, folks, I don't know if they still say rip roaring, but hey, these ruminations,
I do
roaring,
rip roaring.
Rip roaring. I don't know why we got real intense on that one, but no, it's good. And I mean, so Constantine, updates in your what's going on?
First of all, you see me. If you guys can't see me, but Bryan can see me. I'm sweating because it is hot. It is summer in Fiji, and it's been pretty mild up until today. And today it's just like hot. And then it rained, but it was the kind of rain where it rains for like just long enough so that when it stops, it just spikes the humidity. So I'm sitting here sweating my cojones off, and Bryan can see behind me. I've got this nice little copper still sitting behind me that's about 200 degrees, which makes it worse, but it smells amazing in here. I wish you could smell it. All the great things about rum are just sort of surrounding me here. And it's also mango season in Fiji. And I just had a bunch of mangoes for lunch that just fell off the tree yesterday.
I'm envious. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a mango.
Oh, so good. We didn't have them last year. It was weird. They didn't really come last year. And this year they've exploded. So we got mango. I can't get here to the shop without walking.
Exploding mangoes. Ooh, I don't know why that reminds me, ADHD brain, but there's a tree, I want to say in Brazil, that actually shoots off spores or saps at like 60 miles an hour. So if anybody wants to see something really funny, hopefully none of those weird injury videos. But there is a tree, and I want to say Brazil, definitely somewhere in South America, that like shoots off saplings like totally parallel to the ground, perpendicular to the actual tree trunk, and it just shoots out. Oh,
this is to like propagate itself.
Yeah,
basically, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's wild. So when you said the mangoes were exploding or shooting off, I was like, oh, are they exploding off the mango tree?
Oh, that would be awesome. Mangoes shooting up. Well, because we also just had Diwali. So we've had fireworks everywhere, every night. Even still, you can hear it. But yeah, to have the mangoes also flying off the trees and exploding would be quite something. We do have fruit bats. Fruit bats are adorable, but they will fight with each other outside my window at like 1 o'clock in the morning. So you hear the fruit bats go. It's
I don't know why my mind ended up turning into Ace Ventura when nature calls, when he's eating the food and he's like, this is guano. What is that? Fat droppings. It's gagging. All I think about when it comes to flies, bats.
Bats. Freaking bats.
Yeah.
We do have another update. I showed you a minute ago, and I'm going to show the group here. Maybe they can't see it, but I'll post it online. We have Fiji Rum and Tiki Festival logos. I'm working on the branding for that. It's going to be fan-fucking-tastic, if I can say it that way.
I love it. Super exciting. So the tickets will be coming out shortly, Constantine, right?
Tickets early in the new year. Early bird tickets will be coming out early in the new year.
Early Boyd.
Keep an eye out for that.
I love it. It'll be super exciting. I'll be down there, everybody. We'll have some good, cool rum sponsors. We'll make sure we have a full agenda that's prepped for you guys. But it'll be super fun. Definitely won't want to miss. And I don't think anybody would regret being in the South Pacific and a little slice of paradise. Plus, for all of the insane rum collectors out there, there is a bunch of Bacardi 151 in Fiji. I'm just saying, ooh.
A bunch.
Is that soft serve ice cream? I'm kidding.
This was this morning.
I'm kidding.
2 fermenters, 1 cup.
Oh my god. Oh my god. For anybody that can't see this, this definitely belongs to feel, but honestly, you're giving me such PTSD.
Those of us who were around for the
Oh
early
my god.
unregulated days of the internet know what that is.
You know what was worse was the two girls, one finger. That was even worse. That was oh. Okay, Constantine, I'm enough of this.
Oh, okay,
I'm thinking like, oh, soft serve ice cream. I love it. You have to go 2 fermenters, 1 cup. Jesus, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
That's all it
man.
takes for my side. And I guess that's a wrap for today, huh?
I mean, that's all, folks. Oh man. Well, in my neck of the woods updates, I've teamed up with the RumX team actually to boost some US presence. So I've got a promo code link there. You mean it's free to join, free to participate and all of that. If anybody does place an order, I get a little bit of commish. So thank you for that. But I mean, RumX is great because for those of you that aren't aware, how do you track your collection? How do you track tasting notes? How do you make confident buying decisions to know whether the $250 bottle of rum that you've been eyeballing is any good? RumX kind of combines all those things. So it's really cool. Rum events coming up in December is, I think there's 8 or 9. So there's a couple holiday parties, Long Beach, Laguna Beach. Go to the rumcuriousclub.com website. Outside of that, I'm just winding down for the year and trying to plan for what next year looks like. We will be officially launching the Lucky Tiki Rum Sipping Club called the Lucky Few. That'll probably kick off, I'm guessing, in the new year, just because we're in the busiest time of the year. The most wonderful time of the year. And there's everyone yelling and something jingle belling and be of good cheer. The most. Okay, that's enough of that. I like how you're going to keep going.
I was going to go as long as you know. Yeah. I can't quit. I'm the runner-up. I got to stay right there behind you.
You got to stay right there.
So wait. So this is a part of the Rum Curious Club, or this is like a separate thing?
For which one?
Like the Lucky Few.
Oh no! So that'll be completely separate. For those of you who might not know, I actually am behind the bar at the Lucky Tiki. So being behind the bar has also made me fall in love with Amaro. Montenegro Amaro is amazing. And now, because I'm obsessed with rum and I'm obsessed with Monty, I am finding the best combinations of equal parts, ounce and a half Monty, ounce and a half of rum. The Barbancourt Haitian proof absolutely slaps. I don't know if the kids say slaps these days, but it's still a good one. So, but no, it'll be completely separate from Rum Curious Club. And I'm just really excited to be able to put on my resume that I helped found a rum club specifically at a bar and be responsible for rum program, etc. So it's just making me feel a little bit more like an industry professional and less of an imposter each and every day, Constantine.
Well, I like what's going on with your facial hair. You kind of surprise me every now and then with this. I like the new style that you've got going on.
I thank you. I wanted to see if I could actually rock the mustache, but I only like it with this little like patch underneath because I think I don't think I can work it. But with this, I kind of like to say it's my cowboy stash.
Yeah.
All I need to get is a big cowboy hat, and I can be Doc Holliday. Why, Johnny Ringo, looks like somebody walked all over your grave. Outside of all of that, just continually preaching the good word, doing all the things, tasting a bunch of different rums. Currently tasting Roaming Road, a 9-year Jamaican rum. They don't disclose what distiller it is. And I've stopped trying to guess on what distillery because there's rums that I've had from Money Musk that make me think it's Hampton or Worthy Park. And so, when you get up into the cask kind of things, this, if I had to guess, and I'll see, but it's much easier to get your hands on Worthy Park juice. So this tastes much more Worthy Park because there's a very banana specific note to it. But again, that's that. Ooh, last thing is my friend Robin. This blog is neat, or Rum et al. She is
Yes,
so we got to get her on. She and I have started this
definitely.
game. It's called The Games Afoot, where she gives me samples of rum, I give her samples of rum, and we have to guess what it is. And so far, out of like the five samples each of us have sent to each other, we've gotten none of them right. We've guessed right 0% of the and that's just a fun game. So maybe we'll roll that into this segment. So those are the
Yeah.
updates. With next month, Constantine,
Hmm.
we just did the talk with the Irish rum folks. Absolutely awesome. Next month, we're actually going to talk to. We're going to do two segments. So we'll obviously have Jay on. We'll do our holiday special of rums of the year, most exciting things coming up next year, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to say main segment because it makes the rumination sound different, but the interview part of the To the Rum that we're doing is with the Wizard of Oz himself. Steve does not know I'm going to call him that, but hey, Steve, we're calling you the Wizard of Oz
The
now.
Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz, Steve McGeary, who has been a long time part of the Beanley team. And was he distilling, Constantine? I actually don't know what he was doing there.
Yeah. So what was Steve's role there? He was gosh, I should know this because we talked about he was just here in Fiji and we talked about this the other day. Um oh, I don't think it was head distiller. I think it was a different title, but I think it was basically that. Yeah, there been Lee moved on to other projects now, which I think we can let Steve talk about as he can.
Yeah.
Up and coming things going on in Australia, where I know you're a big fan of rums from Australia. So
Oh yeah, and that's a fantastic segment. So one thing that we're going to do, everybody, is one thing that we're going to do is we'll cover. This will probably evolve, but we've said that we're going to cover one topic, whether it's controversial or not. You know, remains to be seen. One thing we're going to do in the future, so make sure to stay tuned, is what the rum you drink says about you. That's not for today. Today, we are going to talk about Australian rum. So Constantine and I, and he has a big grin on his face. Constantine and I are in absolute agreement on this that there is good Australian rum. I have yet to have an Australian rum that actually wows me, and I want to be wowed. I really, really, really want to like Australian rum. I've had probably a dozen different expressions from the distillery direct, from independent bottlers, and they've all left me with blue balls.
no, so basically the segment I guess is change our mind.
Yes,
so this is a challenge to us to the nation of Australia to change our mind. Show us the good stuff because we know you've got it because we hear it. We know you've got it. And to be fair, we haven't tried. There's some that I know I haven't.
Oh, there's
because it's just hard to get the domestic, the audits for domestic. I know, when I first started contemplating even opening a distillery, I emailed a guy down there in Australia, a guy named James McPherson, who's got a distillery called Jimmy Rum. I cold emailed some people in the industry just to figure out what the hell I was doing. And he was one of the only ones that wrote me back and super kind, just indulged me all the questions. But I've never tried his rum. So maybe that's the one. Yeah. But I think we need to be wowed. And I know that you guys are up to the challenge.
Yeah. I mean, the Dead Reckoning Killick, for example, I thought was incredibly promising. Particularly if you like buttered popcorn, because oh man, and especially for the price point of those bottles, really, really promising stuff. And I have people in the Rum Curious Club Facebook group. Shameless plug, join the group. We need to catch Florida Rum Society at all costs, so I can brag to Jay. But there's people in the group that assure me that stuff from Husk, excuse me, Husk is great.
Hmm.
We just want to know. And I think there's 30 plus distilleries in Australia. Australia is, I think,
Gotta be good stuff.
the sixth largest producer of sugarcane, definitely one of the largest producers of sugar.
Huge, yeah.
And I really do think that with the investments and the resources that are available, Australia will become a huge, huge player in the rum scene. And so
Mhm.
we want to be on the opening cusp of finding all of those things, just because some of the larger distilleries that start with a B have left us wanting a little bit more.
So that's a challenge to you guys in Australia. You know, show us the stuff. And actually, I think
What's
what
the
you guys should
stuff?
do is the Australian Rum Distillers Society. If it doesn't exist, it should. Put me and Brian on a plane,
Specifically for the
get us
Tuna
down
Rum
there,
podcast.
and show us the good stuff. Yeah, I mean, get us down there.
Oh man, yeah, I'm right there with you. Uh, and we know the good stuff exists. We know that exporting is really tough. Importation
Mm.
into the United States is a pretty tedious process. I don't think it's insane, but the fact that you have to be FDA approved is wild. So there's that. But yeah, Australia, just let us know. We're here waiting. We're waiting. And now, Constantine, because of you, I say waiting with bated breath all the time because it's such a good saying. So we're waiting with bated breath to try some amazing Australian rum. And who knows, yeah, if the what was it, the Australian Rum Society or the Australian, what was it, Constantine?
Australian Rum Distillers Society.
Yes, the Australian Rum Distillers Society. Australian Rum Distillers Society.
Odds.
Yeah, ARDS. If the ARDS wants to get us down to come do a tour of the land, we are all for it because we know you have good rum. Stop keeping it for yourself. So
That's
change
right.
our minds. There you go.
Change our minds.
Change our
And we can
minds.
also change our minds about Vegemite too, because that's pretty gross.
I've never tried it. What? What?
We had a. It's so you did like the song, the
Yeah.
Vegemite sandwich and the song, right?
Yeah.
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 So Australians eat this stuff called Vegemite, and they spread it thinly on a cracker or a piece of bread, and they eat it. And we had an Australian coworker when I was working in Washington. She was there on a like a temporary program, and I went over and she had Vegemite on her desk, and I'd heard all about it, knew the song. I was just like, "Oh man, Vegemite! I want to try this." And she's like, "Yeah, have some." And she gave me a cracker and a knife, and she turned around and proceeded to do an email or whatever she was doing. Me, thinking that Vegemite must be something like Nutella, scooped a big scoop of Vegemite up on this cracker,
Oh no.
scraped it off the knife, and went to put it Vegemite side down on my tongue. Just as she turns around, it's like, oh, and I could see her face, and I'm like,
Ah.
oh, I can taste it to this day. And I've not had Vegemite since that day, and I can still taste it. That's not how you do it.
Oh no. Wait, did you actually hear anything about Vegemite other than she gave me
No,
my sandwich?
that's all I knew. I thought it was Nutella.
Uh, is it like a savory something or
It's like yeast. It's like salty, yeasty.
oh man, I'm out. I already
They
have
made it, as I understand it, it was like during, I don't know, the Great Famine of whenever. It was like a nutritional supplement or something, as I'm told. But yeah.
Great. Wow.
So anyway, change our mind.
Change our minds. That's what we say.
I think of us as sort of one mind, though. Change our mind.
We are. Change our mind. We are. We are melding. I don't know. That's the mind melding sound, I guess.
Yes.
Or the Spock thing where it's the grip,
this or
whatever
something.
thing. Yeah, whenever he does it's like it's on the eyeball and around the eyes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rah. So that's what we got for you guys today. And the next time you hear from us, are we talking to Steve first or are we talking to Jay first? I think we'll talk to Steve.
I think. Stephen and
yes.
Jay.
So join us. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Maybe he'll change our mind about rum from Australia. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
see.
Goodness.
But I think that's what we've got for today, Constantine.
That's it, man.
Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, one thing that we've done a really bad job of is we want to hear from you. We've said,
yes,
your questions.
One of many.
And there's a few ways you can reach out to us. So totherum@gmail.com. If you still email, you can send messages over Facebook to the To The Rum Facebook page. You can reach out to us on Instagram at To The Rum. And you can also message myself or Constantine individually. But we do really want to have a mailbag episode because we've never had one. Because we've never really been asking for anybody's questions.
We just say it in general. Give us your questions and no directions. No place to submit them.
So our 340 subscribers, if you are real and not bots, please send us questions. So
let us know.
Let us know. Anything else, Constantine? Or I think we can wrap and let them know about their business.
That's good. Go about your business and stay out of my
business. So we'll be back to talk to the Wizard of Oz. And then we'll also, for a second segment next month, we will do a holiday special with Jay and the Florida Rum Society.
Awesome.
That's what we got. So thank you all so much.
Thank you.
To the rum.
To the rum. Look, I got it again.
Okay, so those of you that don't know, I know we said goodbye, but anytime Constantine does a thumbs up, fireworks happen, and I'm so envious.
On my Zoom.
On his Zoom. Yeah, it's really silly. I didn't do it that time. All right, everyone, go about your business, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
See ya.